I walked out of an IEP meeting today, something I have literally never done. And I have two other children that are already in school, and I have never gone into an IEP meeting and not been able to find a resolution or a compromise that would work, in which I was able to either sign the document that day or go home, wait for them to revise, and then sign a couple days later. So I am just genuinely shocked right now about how bad my son, who is entering kindergarten this coming year, his IEP meeting was just a disaster. And it wasn't even the school that was giving me pushback, it was the process coordinator. The process coordinator and the IEP that she had drawn up, it was outrageous. My son has been in a special education preschool for this whole year, and he is in a class of 7, and he's still struggling in that class, but he does okay, and he does okay because he has a para. He has basically a one-to-one, and he is very attached to her. There are days that nothing really works, and they call me, and I have to come pick him up. And because he shuts down. He has almost clinical level anxiety. He is very anxious. He has a hard time initiating play with his peers. He has a hard time vocalizing his needs. He has a hard time letting teachers know if a kid's being mean to him. He has a very hard time with all of these social developmental issues. And a lot of that is because if you look back in my previous posts, he was exposed to a huge amount of domestic violence. We have only been out of that for 2 years. Until last year, my son didn't even feel safe enough to talk. It has taken an extraordinary amount of therapy to help him get through this. And he's not all the way whole right now. He's still recovering. And this process coordinator was like, let's just throw him in gen ed and see how he does. And I was flabbergasted. Like, you can't do that to someone. And I'm going over and I'm trying to explain that we should start him in SPED and gradually increase his hours in general education until he is used to it, until he is responding well to that. Because right now, 7 kids is overwhelming him. What is he going to do in a class of 17 or more? And even the general education teacher was like, the process coordinator is not describing my classroom accurately. Even the general education teacher was like, that I can't provide that level of support that your child needs. She was in agreement with me. The other teachers in there were in agreement with me, and this process coordinator was just fighting again. It was like talking to a brick wall with her. And every time I said, I'm not comfortable signing this document, it was like she didn't hear me, and she just kept pushing that document towards me to sign it. And eventually I just said, no, I'm not signing this document today. And that is when the process coordinator just quit talking to me. She stopped addressing me directly, and she started addressing just the room and was saying, well, we can't modify this document today because mom isn't willing to sign it today. Mind you, I'm still in the room, and I don't appreciate just being called mom. I'm not just a mom. When I'm in that meeting, I am an equal member in that group. I am my child's advocate. I'm my child's voice when I'm in that meeting. And it felt so disrespectful. And the way she didn't even look at me or speak to me again or address me. And so I just stood up and I left. It was very clear we weren't going to get anywhere that day. And I don't know where we go from here. I have never had this happen. I know that I can request a facilitated meeting, which I'm going to do, but I think I need an advocate, and I don't even know where you go and get those. And I'm so angry right now that someone would look at my child and look at all of the struggles he's had and how he's doing right now and still go, we're just going to re-traumatize your child. We're just going to traumatize your kid so that they can prove to us that they need special education. When we have all of the information, we have all the data that supports his need to stay in special education. And she looked at me like I'm just this monster trying to force him into the most restrictive environment when I'm just trying to make kindergarten not scary for my son. There are days that I can't even get him on the school bus because he's so petrified of leaving me. He's so petrified of going to school. He's petrified of the kids, of the teachers, of everybody. I mean, this is a kid his basic level of trust was destroyed. One of his parents turned out to be a monster. I mean, he has to build trust back up. And the way you don't do that is you don't throw him in an environment that you know is going to torment him, you know is going to traumatize him, and then go, we're going to pull all of his accommodations back. We're going to give him just the basic bones of what we have to give him. And we're going to see how it goes. And when he is efficiently regressed, we'll throw him back in bed. Like, that's just so inappropriate. And I'm so mad over it. I can't believe this happened.